Welcome to a Fallout 76 episode. This summer, we're going to get legendary power armor. And I'm here to decide which set I should make legendary. Before I continue, I'd like to send a very special thank you to fellow YouTube creator Angry Turtle. Thank you so much for the shout out to my channel and the video for the guide for new players. It is much appreciated. So to begin the test, I've chosen my shelter. It is a controlled environment. Also remember, if you're going to do this test, to store your ally, or they will come to your defense and kill the person that you're trying to use to test the ballistic damage to these 3 suits of power armor. The first set we're going to test is on the far right, and that is the excavator power armor. Now just to note that all 3 of these suits have no modifications. They're standard issue. That's the Strangler Heart power armor and the T65 power armor. So those are the 3 we're going to test. And the reason this test is actually a lot more complicated and costly is I remove all of my addictions. My character is a junkie. I also remove all of my mutations. So I took an Addictol, got rid of my addictions, they're gone. Now let's get rid of, use some Radaway and get rid of the mutations. And whoops, guess what I forgot? I also have to unequip Starch Jeans. Go ahead and take the Radaway. And that will get rid of my 4 or 5 mutations. So it's quite a bit of a process to do this. I enjoy doing it, but it takes a while to get back to being a junkie, getting the right... At least I have a list of the addictions and mutations I had previously, so that's very, very helpful. And the next thing you want to do is go back and unequip all of your perk cards. Now this is a personal choice. It just makes it a lot easier for me. A lot of perk cards have buffs to damage or damage resistance, and I didn't want to have to deal with, oh, I left this card on, that may be affecting the numbers. I also went up to my legendary perks and I unequipped all of those too. I know it's just going to cost like 1 perk coin. It's no big deal. And this is up to you. If you guys can figure it out on your own, great. For me, it's just a lot easier to have a character with, you know, no body armor on, no buffs of any kind, no legendary perks, no perk cards, no mutations, and no addictions. So we should be done that process right now. I'm just going to check one more time, and we're done. I'm just going to go ahead and open up the Pip-Boy and confirm. All I have is the Radaway effect there. Everything else is gone. My damage resistance is 0. So this is my alt character on a second Xbox, and she's the one going to be doing the shooting against me. And she has, as you can see, not wearing any armor because she's wearing a hazmat suit. She will be using a level 50 fixer. Just standard issue, no modifications of any kind. This character has no addictions, no mutations, and no perk cards of any kind. Now, both of us have to have pacifist mode off. We need to be hostile to each other, so just a quick little gun butt, and we will be ready to test the first suit of power armor. And let me guess, I probably left pacifist mode on her. Let me get that taken care of right now. Just a little pause while I pick up the second controller. Boy, this can be a process. There we go. Now both of us are hostile to each other. Sorry about that. There we go. The floors just look... Okay. Now I'll get her backed up, and she will be always shooting from inside the doorway. So the same distance to me for all 3 suits of power armor. So let's bring out the excavator set first. There we go. Put it down there and hop inside. Okay. Let's get in. Oh boy, guided meditation. Not today. Alright, let's get in and see what our damage resistance and energy resistance, rad resistance numbers are. Let's take a quick look. Checking our stats. 242 is for damage resistance, 242 for energy, and 366 for rad resistance. We are focusing for this test just solely on the ballistic damage, so the 242. Now, remember, the shooter has a standard fixer. She's going to shoot head, chest, left arm, left leg, right leg. And you'll see my health points max at 270. And after the 6 shots, we end up at 205. So I lost 65 health points in the excavator power armor. 65. So we'll try and remember that number. We're writing everything down. Okay. Now, the thing, if you're going to go ahead and test this, when you use your stim pack, this is where I had anomalies before and couldn't figure it out. I would just get out of the power armor, pop a few stim packs, and go at it again, and I would automatically heal myself. Wait for the stim pack to go away. You'll see the notification that happens in the upper left corner of the screen. I was doing best of 3 tests. I've done this, like I said, a couple of times before. There's no need to do best of 3. They were within 1 or 2 points of each other. So let me grab that fusion core, and I am now in the Strangler Heart. Let me switch over and see what those damage numbers are. Let me just get the heads up. Oh, there we go. Let's get on the other screen. Okay, we're looking at damage resistance of 455, energy resistance of 395, and rad resistance of 500. I realized I needed stim packs. And there's the super stim has worn off, or stim packs. So let's get to firing some bullets. Okay, my health is back up to 270. Again, head, chest, left arm, left leg, right leg. Here we go. And watching a couple more. Started at 270, ended at 218. That's a loss of 52 health points. So we're getting better. We're getting a stronger suit of power armor. Now this time I'm going to take the stim pack now, so by the time I get back into the new suit, which is the last suit, T65, it will wear off a lot quicker. Get our fusion core in. And let's get inside the T65. This power armor is the most powerful in terms of, or strongest in terms of, damage resistance at 567, energy resistance of 472, and radiation resistance of 470. And the bullets are already flying. Let's wait for 6 bullets. And that's the last one. We are 222 over 270, so we've lost 48 health points. So to recap, on Excavator, we lost 65. On Strangler Heart, we lost 52. And on T65, we lost 48, which I find interesting because the T65 has damage resistance of 567. Strangler Heart has damage resistance of 455. So the Strangler Heart is 112 points less than the T65. But with the weapon hitting in the same area, the same time and everything, there's only 4 points of health lost between those 2 suits of power armor. Yet the T65 is so much stronger, it only lost 4 health points on the Strangler Heart. So it's a personal choice as to which one you choose to use. So my personal choice out of all of these is the Strangler Heart Power Armor. I love it because of the acid damage it deals to nearby enemies that melee attack you. You can also deal acid damage to your enemies via your melee and all of your different types of weapons. And that's still, even after all of the nerfing that they did on Strangler Heart a while ago, it is still pretty considerable. Also a tip, you should be saving, and every time you go to see the purveyor, make sure you buy legendary modules and vault steel so you're prepared when this goes live. As always, thanks so very much for watching, and I'll see you out in the wasteland.